Once there lived a poor boy named Kabir in a small village. His family was very poor. They often slept hungry because there was not enough food at home. Kabir loved learning, but he could never focus on his studies. His heart was heavy with sadness. Every night he asked himself, "Why is my life full of suffering? Why can I not escape this pain?" His mother used to tell him, "My son, life is like fire. If you keep touching it with fear, it will burn you. But if you learn to control it, the same fire will give you light and warmth." Kabir never understood what his mother meant. One day, an old monk came to the village. He was known for giving guidance to young people who had lost hope. Kabir's mother took him to meet the monk and explained his suffering. The monk looked into Kabir's eyes and gave him a small candle. He said, "Walk across this dark hall while keeping this candle flame safe. If the flame dies, you will have to start again." Kabir thought it was easy. He began to walk, but as soon as he heard people laughing outside, or when the wind touched his face, his eyes moved away from the flame. In a few steps, the flame went out. He tried again, but every time he became distracted, the candle died. Finally, after many attempts, Kabir walked with full attention on the flame. He stopped listening to the noise, stopped worrying about the darkness, and only focused on protecting the little light in his hand. For the first time, he reached the end of the hall with the flame still alive. The monk smiled and said, "This flame is like your mind. The darkness around you is your suffering. If you keep running after every noise in the world, your flame will die again and again. But if you protect it, if you focus on the light inside you, then no amount of darkness can make you suffer." That day, Kabir understood. He realized that pain is a part of life, but suffering is created when we allow our mind to run in every direction. From the next morning, Kabir started to discipline his life. He woke up early, washed his face with cold water, and promised to study with full attention. He wrote down one small goal for the day and completed it before thinking about anything else. He began to meditate for a few minutes every evening to calm his thoughts. In the beginning, it was difficult. His mind still wandered, his heart still complained, and sometimes he cried. But he kept reminding himself of the candle flame. Every time his thoughts tried to run away, he gently brought them back, just as he had protected the flame in the dark hall. Days turned into months. Slowly, his mind became steady, his memory improved, and his studies became stronger. Even though his family was still poor, Kabir no longer felt broken. He had found a strength inside himself that money could never buy. Years passed, and Kabir grew with discipline, focus, and wisdom. He worked hard. At first, it was very simple, but he gave his full heart to it. Slowly, his work grew, and people began to trust him. With time, Kabir became a successful businessman. The boy who once cried in darkness had now created light not only for himself, but for others too. His mother's eyes were filled with tears of pride, and she whispered, "Now I understand, my son. You have turned your suffering into light, and you have turned your light into success." From that day forward, Kabir was no longer known as the poor boy. He was remembered as the man who stopped suffering by mastering his mind and building his own success. My friend, life will always bring pain. There will always be problems, poverty, failures, and heartbreaks. But suffering begins only when you lose control of your mind. Protect your inner flame. Focus on the light. not on the noise of the world.